Alright. 안녕하세요. 이묘라고 합니다. 한국말을 조금만 할 수 있습니다. 오랫동안 쓰지 못해서 거의 다 잊어버렸어요. 오늘은 영어로 발표를 하는 겁니다. 그래서 미안합니다. Alright. Let's get back to English. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rex Lee. Sorry. It's just facing some tech. Okay, my name is Rex Lee. I'm here, I feel honored to be standing here representing the EOE project, which is called Exchange of Exchanges. Personally, I'm from more traditional part of the story. Actually, I worked as a proprietary trader in Singapore for KDB, Korean Development Bank. That is how I learned my Korean back when. And afterwards, I devoted myself to the asset management industry, so I am relatively new to blockchain industry. I found it quite interesting at this moment of time because it's really developing rapidly for the entire industry, and it's engaged in all aspects of our daily life, and we're really trying to build an ecosystem at this moment. I feel it's intriguing and very honored to be joining in this part of the industry at this moment. And just to talk about more about EOE is that, as you can figure from the words, that the EOE is dedicated to combine all exchanges together. Okay, from my working experiences as investors, they invest in bonds, futures, stocks, and some traditional financial assets for sure. And nowadays, they're really looking at the blockchain and the crypto asset as an asset class. As we can see from the next pages, the bonds, the future stocks, as traditional financial asset classes, they're huge in volume for sure. And right now, the total trading volume of crypto asset, and cryptocurrency around the globe, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other cryptocurrencies, are total up to around 6 billion US a year. That's the true figures. We have set all other some robot trading aside is 6 billion. It is huge and it is big enough to be ignored as an asset class. It is just too big to be ignored anymore. So a lot of our investors, a lot of our clients are really looking at cryptocurrency and crypto asset and as an asset class. They're not going to put all their money in this asset class, but they're trying to set a part of their entire asset and trying to gain some exposure and positions in this. So we're thinking that we are going to build up, we're dedicated to be a platform, that one-stop platform, which allows investors to just invest all kinds of instruments, all kinds of assets, just with one account. We're going to combine our traditional financial parts. We're a very famous broker in Hong Kong. We trade bonds, futures, stocks. And we also own a crypto asset exchange under our flag, which is called the Line Crypto Asset Exchange. And we're going to combine them all. And we're going to find some other partners, such as Hong Kong Stock Exchange and the CME, Cboe, and some other very famous crypto exchanges. We combine them all, which allows enable investors to invest not only traditional financial assets, but also crypto assets with only one account. Thus, there are several questions that have to be solved. The first one that came into place is that the KYC problem. In traditional financial industry, the investors need to open an account over and over again with different institutions, different exchanges. And the KYC process varies across borders and in different countries, and even in same countries, maybe varies from different jurisdictions. For example, back in China, this is where I come from, the banking system, the insurance companies, and all kinds of brokers, stock brokers, security brokers, they all require different KYC procedures. It's really time-consuming and very expensive sometimes as well. And we already have our own solution to this problem because we are a full license and broker in Hong Kong, full licensed financial institutions in Hong Kong and Cayman. We have our whole money market license, and we have all the license needed to get this done. So we have already offered one solution on this platform. Investors can just open account with with our maybe one of our Cayman entity, and you do KYC once, and you can trade all the assets you need from the exchanges and institutions connected to us. Also, at the same time, we are open to all some other solutions based on blockchain technology. Right now, we're building we're really building a line that we can, building a chain that connect all the institutions and all the investors at the same time. The investors do need to upload maybe the real actual material, or maybe the material that after hashed. The investors just need to upload the material and all the information once. And the institutions and exchanges, they can just hash the investors' KYC information from our chain once. So the investors and the institutions that are connected on the chain, the KYC process can be really simple at this point. And since I'm relatively new to the blockchain industry, I did quite some research and quite some thinking about how the blockchain is going to reshape our world. After thinking, maybe it's too shallow, I'm figured that the blockchain technology really changing is only one thing. It's about the mechanism of trust. It really helps all kinds of participants in our ecosystem, in our economy, to trust each other with lower costs and with more efficiency. Other than that, maybe the blockchain technology can provide some efficiency and provide some convenience, but it's not revolutionary. But the trust side is really, we really have to consider that the trust is a major part of the blockchain technology. So the KYC, and after that, it's about the interface and trading ledger. We all recall that we invested in some instrument that issued by banks or by some other brokers and some other institutions, but we don't really have the interface to see them at the same time. That is because maybe the banks and the broker, we all have our exchanges and our assets separated in different institutions, but this problem can definitely, this issue can definitely be solved with our EOE program. And we can since we can do the KYC at one time, and we can ensure that your account can trade all the asset classes, and you can trade all the assets you need just with one account. To be honest, there are several accounts under your account, but it's just one account. And with this, you can access to positions, all kinds of positions of all kinds of assets in one interface. And we keep the ledger based on blockchain technology with all the institutions, and that entirely keep your assets safe and the position inaccessible to the others. And the third part is about, The third part of dealing with the issue of not trusting each other is about we are going to create a clearing and settlement system with our platform. At this moment of time, we're considering launching a token which enables investors to lower the exchange fees on the platform. And we're considering a whole new model that the investors can do the purchase of assets with the token itself. It's still in the very beginning of the concept, but because it's have to deal with some regulatory issues and jurisdiction issues across different, and sometimes it even engage with the capital outflow and inflow cross borders. So we have to we are currently doing a lot of talks with jurisdiction or authorization parties and regulators at this moment of time. It still takes some time to get this realized. But consider that you can purchase bonds, futures, and all kinds of traditional financial assets with a token. And across the globe, that is something that you have to be aware of. And since we are going to build also, at the same time, we're going to build a clearing and settlement system within our platform, and based on blockchain technology, is completely trustworthy outside the world. Because we can't say the ledger is completely inaccessible by the others, but it's trustworthy because it's based on the technology that is meant to solve the problems of the issues of trust. And we have already found an angel investor which is Lion Financial Group, which is a very famous full license group in Hong Kong and Cayman. And the Lion Financial will provide an EOE project with all the users they already have. So basically, at this moment of time, we have around 300,000 users at this time. And the user base is really expanding rapidly because we have been in this financial sector, in this industry for quite a long time. We have established quite a good relationship with other institutions. They are intrigued. To be honest, they are intrigued even at our first phase of the KYC problems solved. Because the KYC issue has been haunted the industry for quite a long time. It's not only a problem for the investors, but it is also a problem that has to be faced by the institutions. They are really intriguing about it. So we are doing some user sharing program, and the user number is really boosting at this time. And this is the very simple estimation of it. And to talk about our core team and actually investing in such a new startup is really investing in the people itself. Jojo is a CEO. You can see from his biography that he's very experienced in this technology. He has already been the CEO of Lion Crypto Exchange at this moment, and very experienced and very reputable personnel. Also, we can find Simon Zhu and Leo Li. They're very experienced in both the traditional financial aspect and real economic manufacturing. For example, Leo Li is one of the major, the CFO of one of the major manufacturer in China, which is called Let's One. Maybe one of the guys maybe have heard it. And Simon Zhou is our CTO. He's in charge of the trading system build-up, which has been used by almost 80% of our security companies and insurance companies in China. And you can find Elaine Chen, Christine, and Wu Feng. We have also established our European joint point at this time. Glenn Ward is a very reputable investor in England, and he's really helping us to find some investors and build up some partnership with the local companies and local partners in England. And Andrew Riddle is also very famous in Europe. And Lionel Wang, he's the head of Lion Financial Group. And Bing Li is one of the professors which will provide us with some academic support. And Frank Wu, he's based in Hangzhou. He has his own blockchain team, consists of 50 people at this time. And you can see that that's me myself. Actually, I'm working as an independent director for the EOE project. So sometimes I feel it is my duty to put a break and to tell them about the industry. We are all from the traditional financial part of the story, so we are experienced in the traditional parts. And we think that the trading and investing in crypto assets is really going to be aligned the trading and investing in traditional financial assets in the future. Not as we got to say that the investing in crypto assets is quite different from the traditional parts. It's a little bit crazy and it's less regulated. But in the future, we believe it'll be regulated and be self-disciplined. And I think that's all. Thank you.